me, I'm in costume. That's like shiny.
Not his color.
Those are Louisiana University colors. Even I know that. Sweet Jesus. Where did you people all come from?
Metrocon.
I'm having that dream again.
We're just in your head.
At least you're not naked.
Welcome to the crowd in my head. Just some of the people that live there. I discovered something cool this morning. I have allergies. Oh, everyone, I can't see out of my left eye. Is that normal? Yeah, it's like, I live on the coast. I'm used to the wet this side. And your giant cockroaches and tiny little lizards. So that roach is bigger than that gecko. I think we need to have a cage match.
I got you.
Morning. The mic worked and my voice stopped. That was awesome. And is everything working we got working now? Good? Can you, I'll get, and still working? Right. Just wanted to check. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And it's morning my time. It is. It's 10 o'clock in the morning where I live. Wherever that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we can begin our disembarking procedure, we have to get everyone to take themselves out of the aisle. Please keep your chairs and seatbacks in an upright position. Thank you for choosing us today.
Or as I heard flying in,
We're just about to land, ladies and gentlemen, and holy the tower has told us a thunderstorm has eaten the airport. So we're going to circle for a while. And by a while, I mean we have no idea if we're ever going to land. But don't worry, folks, we'll get you down on the ground sooner or later, because hell, eventually we're going to run out of gas. Thank you for flying United. That'll be an additional $7 for this announcement.
I was staggered walking around like, what is this lineup? They're going, no. I'm going, no. No.
Yep.
You guys are awesome. Look, this is the first year in however long that I finally have a microphone that works. Yeah. What am I doing with it? Nothing.
You're gonna jinx it.
I'm ignoring it. I don't trust you.
I'm going to go all Dante style. So you people, yo. Sup.
You know there's direct correlation between allergens and ADD. Ooh, squirrel. So bear with me, it's going to be a bumpy ride. How is everybody? I love you guys.
We're going to do a finger wave. This is going to be cool.
We're going to do the wave, but we're just going to do this. And it's going to zigzag. Second row, third row. Here we go, fourth row. I saw that, you didn't participate.
Oh, no, I didn't think so.
Keep going. We can do it. No, too early in the back. Keep going. Wait for it. Wait for it. The last one has to put their hand up. We lost the wave. Stupid non-linear quantum mechanics.
Squirrel. What? Yeah, it's going to be that kind of a day. Because I'm in Florida and the bugs are bigger than the lizards.
I haven't seen anything flying or blood-sucking yet. I probably just cursed that, too. They're going like, no, everybody knows, don't talk about them. About He was like, dude, man, if 3 of those gang up on you, you're a goner. They will pick you up and take you away. What is going to bring in his own minions? I hate being up behind these tables. They're just weird. Do I have space? No, I'd fall off the end of the earth, wouldn't I? This is the end of the earth. Okay, we're all in? All right, bring down the steel shutters and pump in the funky gas. It's about to get freaky. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. So, as usual, I have no idea what I'm doing up here. As anyone that's ever been to one of my panels before knows. He's going to talk for a while until somebody starts asking him questions just to shut him up. Thank you!
You told me to ask this question yesterday. Why shouldn't you give a Canadian rye whiskey?
It's like purple kryptonite to Canadians. Because you will take the nicest Canadian in the world. You know, it's like, oh, I really enjoyed your sermon today. Well, thank you very much. I'll segue this into Wolverine. The real Wolverine. I played Wolverine for 5 years. Steve Bloom has played him forever. There's other people that play him. And he's pretty much always, all right, Buck, don't make me get all Canadian on your behind. If you've ever been to northern Alberta, where Wolverine is from, and I have, the real Wolverine involves, so you give rye to a Canadian, it's instant hockey fight. Yes. It's just instant asshole. So the real Wolverine is not, hey, schnicked. It's like, give me a frickin' rye and coke, man. I'll frickin' pound you right now, eh? You wanna go? I'll frickin' do you right now, man. Schnicked. Schnicked, dude. And somebody go, dude, do that, and I will animate it. I'm like, done. I shot a movie up there, and it was like, holy crap, they do talk like that up there. So I seen this guy, right? How's it going? Oh, rye? It's weird. It's like, it has this effect on Canadians. We can drink bourbon. I've seen bourbon have an ugly effect down here. And it's a Canadian drink. Rye. You see somebody drinking a rye and coke, run. Even it's your mom, run. Get out.
It's just instant angry.
It's instant Wolverine. It's like freaking fight in the parking lot, I guarantee you, in 20 minutes. And then, the usual then level 8 drunkenness. So, fucking best friend, motherfucker. Standing here holding hands. Freaking pound you. Bam! That is why you never give rye to a Canadian. Wow. All right, we're into questions. Do I need to introduce myself? You guys sort of have some vague idea of who I am? I'm going to throw this out there because I know it wasn't on the bio and it's current. I'm working on My Little Ponies. Who here watches ponies? Who here knows who I was on My Little Pony?
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Butt? That's Chief Buffalo Butt. That was one. Thank you. Traveling sales ponies non-power. Well, look at what we got here. Brother of mine is the same in every town. This is Mary. She's my best friend. Everybody say hello, Mary. I love Mary. Hello, Mary. I can't see you now because my eyes are closed. Now you're invisible. Squirrel. What? All right, so I will throw this open to questions then, and hopefully answers will be forthcoming. Oh God, look at you all. You're all so beautiful. I don't know to choose first. I'm gonna go with you, and then we'll work our way through. Yes.
Yeah, can we take it up order again? I know, but can you tell the story how the cheese whiz gets started?
Oh God. 7 years of intensive therapy to work through the memories, and they're still there. Spray cheese started because of you people. In this building, like 8 years ago, it happened here, in the big room. I was doing a panel. And somebody, because I had said somewhere that we don't get spray cheese in Canada, so somebody brought me a can of spray cheese. I had it in my bag. In the middle of the panel, somebody stood up and went, "My question." It's like, "Yeah, what would you do for a Klondike bar?" I don't know. I said something, and what I was brought was a melted Klondike bar. And then because I'm an idiot, I went, and I reached into my bag and I pulled out the can of spray cheese. Every video camera in the room went zoop. Oh dear God. There is no way out but through. I must do what I have started. No! Why am I doing this? Thus, a tradition was born. Now the challenge is coming up with even weirder stuff to put spray cheese on. I thought of one last night, and I went, oh, I should remember that. Because it was weird. Like, it was weirder than, like, you know, sardines with spray cheese. It was weird. It was weird. Maybe it was a small gecko in a giant tomato. But the bugs, squirrel. Squirrel. Tiny. Tiny. That's why they keep these curtains dark. Dude, there's shinies all over the place out there. Sometimes. We did that once where we had these open and I had everybody in the room just stand up at the window and stare at people. As they walked by and we all pointed. And these were civilians.
Just keep moving, Mary. Those people are crazy. I think it's a cult. One of them had horns. One of them was gray with rainbow horns.
Those guys are always so good. I don't know why. I don't even know what show that's from. But the cosplay from that series seems to be universally great. There's, see? Hi. Hi. I'm doing this with the microphone because it helps me hear you. You can't? Oh, jeez. Now we have to start the whole panel all over again.
We can't hear you back here now.
You guys like blame yourselves for stealing him? Now you can hear me. I need like a suspended flying part.
All right, I'm going to project His Majesty of my voice, my bells of training, oh, for a muse of fire. Okay, I'm staying down here because it's cooler, and I can see you better. All right, so do we have questions? Oh, dear God.
Who's in these two?
You are so awesome. Oh, God. All right, it's on. These are the only real way to eat spray cheese. My ex-American girlfriend taught me this. Like, you can't get these in Canada either. All right. I'm gonna wait to the perfect moment when I find the weirdest thing.
Never did it on Scooby-Doo.
Yes. Yes. Stop. We found your child.
What is it? Sea salt ice cream lollipop.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Scott! Scott! As promised, I brought your crunchies.
Thank you. Crunchies are like the oral equivalent of shinies.
Crunchier.
All right. Make this one good. I'm only gonna do it once. Do it. Totally do this. On the man.
I'm gonna record.
Yeah. beer or something.
Put it on a cucumber.
We're like first.
I am not a cucumber. Also not a goddamn Yoshi.
Have you finally seen DBC Abridged?
I have.
Yay.
It's awesome. Those guys are awesome. Like they're doing a lot of conventions now.
It's hysterical.
I just did a con with them back home.
Do the cheddar bacon.
I'm busy.
Do the cheddar bacon straight cheese.
I'm just warming up. God, I love this. Where have you been all my life? I've missed you.
Draw a smiley face on it.
Oh God.
I'm shaking in terror.
Doing the smiley.
I'm so happy now. It's delicious. Anybody want some? Something this good will be savored. Yeah. Those are actually pretty good. Every time I think it's going to be gross, like, you know what? Spray cheese is like Morgan Freeman. It makes everything better. You spray a little Morgan Freeman on something, and suddenly you got the best thing ever done. 7 years he waited for the spray cheese. All right. Questions that don't involve eating. What are those called?
Sea salt ice cream lollipops. I made it myself.
Really?
Nope, I actually make them and I do them. They're separate.
Hers are the best. I'm just saying. I'm just super saying. That was unintentional, by the way. Oh, I got the look from that one. Can't make that joke again. Okay, because you're standing up, and I'm gonna get to everybody, I promise.
Last year at Shadow Time, you saw one of my puppets. I worked at the Midsummer Night's Dream. I was wondering if you got to go see them yet this year.
I have not.
They're at the opposite end of where the autographs are.
In the dealer's room? I will be there because I love those things. I haven't really had a chance to do the dealer's room, but I will today. Okay. Yes. This is going to be like one of those good questions, isn't it? It's going to make me think. I got to put on my smart head. All right.
Head. I read a Gary Chalk at SuperCon.
Yes.
I read a Gary Chalk at SuperCon, and he had funny stories about you and.
That was me. I was projecting.
He had funny stories about you and. He had funny stories about.
They gave me the microphone.
He had funny stories about you and a certain voice director called Wally Burr.
Oh, Lord. Wally and I just did a con together.
You did?
Yes. And I can't even get into the long, involved Wally Burr stories because most people wouldn't even know what it meant. But he's a bit of a lunatic. He's an awesome dude. We had a thing at the con, and it was his idea. He started phoning me up, and it's like, and we staged a big fist fight on stage. Wally Burr's 94 years old. In real life, he would have kicked my ass. He dropped and did 100 push-ups, just because that's Wally. Because he's determined. You're gonna have to tell me the story, because I'll then.
Mesa said I think you were reporting G.I. Joe, and of course you were doing Cover Commander, which he said was the worst.
It's probably the only thing that ever hurt, yeah.
And you did a session, and everyone was there for like 8 hours, and then he came back the next week, and he's like, Scott's going to record his lines, it was too raspy.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. That was not Wally's fault. That was Wally's fault for making it be raspy, and then they changed their mind. All right. Things are moving. The sugar is beginning to kick in. I have crunchies. That's shiny. That's tasty. Categorizing. That's red. Because red is good.
Which cheese has the blue? Ooh. There's legend told around fires across the north of Canada of a legendary cheese, the garlic spray cheese. Many people say it is myth, but I believe if I follow the right path, they will lead me to the garlic spray cheese. I don't even know where that came from. All right. Yes?
I'm going to make you think.
Oh.
What is the least amount you've ever been paid to do something and the highest you ever done?
That's nasty. Well, I know the IRA is out there everywhere. I owe about...
How much less and how much more did he get paid? out
She's
there?
being direct. How much money do you make? The least amount I've ever been paid
On a gig.
on a gig?
20 bucks?
No. Even I don't work for 20 bucks.
Free.
No, I've done free a lot. I was actually supposed to be doing free this weekend. But that's sort of working on spec, right? It's like we're doing it as a promo, as a demo, and then we're going to see, and if the thing gets picked up, then we... It can be embarrassing. Sometimes I make really good money. We'll put it that way. You know, it's not uncommon to have a $4,000 or $5,000 day. Now, if every day was one of those, it would be awesome. And back in the day, it kind of was. I think the dumbest amount of money I got paid for doing absolutely nothing, I did, and it was the easiest audition. That was the best part. Because usually the ones that pay like, you know, like a $600 commercial or something, you're in there for hours and you've got 9 people in suits going,
I think you'd like to have him say that word slightly differently. What do you think? Well, let's look in the book of comedy that we read.
and you're going, the first take was funny. This one, I got pulled in, it has nothing to do with anime or cartoons. It was for Coffee Mate. I walked in, they went, played a little bit of the Django with the guy singing, and they said, we kind of need to match his tone. So, ba 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 ba. Coffee Mate from Nestle. They went, okay, that's great. I got a call the next day, it's like, you booked that gig. I'm like, cool. I go in, they went, and this never happens. They went, we're going to use your audition. It was perfect. I went, okay, cool. You know, give us one more while you're here. It's like, Coffee Mate from Nestle. One more, maybe just a little faster. Boom, boom, boom. That was U.S. national, Canadian national, radio, television, everything for years. Checks just kept arriving. For years, I'm going, I made tens of thousands of dollars by going, Coffee Mate from Nestle. I did a series of BC dairy ads too, where there's a bunch of cavemen. It was actually Gary Chalk and I. And they were award-winning ads. They were actually really good, but they were these CGI animated things with cavemen on them. And basically, my dialogue was to improv through to basically a lot of... That's another one of those ones. The checks just kept coming in. People always ask, like, well, how come you end up doing so many characters on these shows? It's like, because we get paid by the character. So when you go, I love that show, I go, I love that show too, because I played 8 of the leads. Cha-ching! How did you feel when Dinobot died? Oh, man! 25% of my income, gone. Screw you, writers. Yeah, which was unexpected. Which, in hindsight, I wish I had played him differently, but... Okay, I'm gonna go here because this is still the most awesome thing I've ever seen anybody do at a convention. Oh God! It's more shiny sugar.
Packing instructions
Give him instructions.
Okay, first of all, if anybody saw Scooby-Doo 2, the live action, and I know at least one of you did.
Yeah!
This brilliant the character I played was these evil masked figures. Stand up, please, with the mask.
Hold on, you got the lights on too.
Citizens of Cool. Once again, your city and your heroes have proven useless.
This is such an amazing amount of work, and it totally freaked me out yesterday when I saw it, and wait till you see this.
He's getting sucked in.
We will call him Mini-Me.
This is unbelievable.
The mask comes off and you're...
Let me guess, it's my face underneath.
comes off.
You know that you people are geniuses, right? Wow, thank you.
That's why we're your minions.
You're my onions. That's the coolest thing ever. Wait till I put the spray cheese on it.
You're the cheddar and bacon.
That's good, yeah. All right, questions. Thank you so much. Like that. What? Okay, because he's got a giant sword. Not that anybody's compensating.
I realize you played a lot of characters. Do you ever get confused at times?
I'm always confused. Every waking minute of my day is like, who am I? What? Not often. It's actually a really good question because I mean a lot of the shows that I work on, especially the prelay, it's not, you know, in anime you're doing one line at a time by yourself, so it's easy enough to shift around. It's more a case of the engineers going, let's grab all of his dialogue first, then we'll run through and do it that, just because it's easier than like moving through the tape. In prelay, like on Beast Wars, all those epic discussions between Dinobot and Rat Trap, we would just run it live. It's like, welcome to my brain. I tend not to. Some people do, some people don't. When I started doing this a long time ago, one of the tricks I learned was just coming up with a catchphrase for a character. You know, it'd be like, okay, you know, and you suddenly go like, well, you know, oh man, I know, shut up, okay, there it is. Because, yeah, you can't get derailed, and then it just, you go like, okay, what was the line, you just, bang, there it is. It's back in place. I always think, because I never think of it in terms of like changing voices, I always think instead of creating voices, you create characters. So people that have come in and watched me do stuff, they've gone like, dude, it's freaky, man, your whole everything changes. Your whole voice, everything, your face changes. It's like, well, yeah, that's kind of what we do. Just nobody sees it. So long. Bye-bye now, have fun. Storming the cow, they're not leaving, they're just getting seats. I'm so happy.
Can you please turn up the speaker? We still can't hear you back here very well. We can hear you.
It's too bad, it was really funny, the stuff we were saying. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna, like, talk louder.
There you go.
I will endeavor, and yell at me if you can. So, because you've got a gun, so hey, why not?
I was wondering if you could describe your time on Primeval, and was that actually you with all the blood in the books?
My time on Primeval was awesome, because I got to play in an awesome DC-3. The bugs and the stuff, I could show you pictures, I wish I could, on my phone. That was a fully animatronicized puppet, essentially, which I have the head of. It's really gross because it really looks like me, except most of the face has been chewed away and one of the eyes is missing, and you can see the teeth. I keep going, see what happens when you don't floss? The worst thing was when they brought it out of the back of the truck, because I'm going, it's me. You know, it's done from a live cast. It is me. I'm all wrapped in saran wrap with bugs. I'm just like going, oh dude, it's like going to the morgue and going, hey, oh damn, am I dead? Shoot. Means I don't have to pay my taxes. It was an awesome show to work on, and I like being dead in cool ways. That's how I book on camera gigs now. I just decide like, okay, how do I die in this one? In that same year, let's say I was eaten from the inside out by bugs. I was torn limb from limb by a giant rabid Tasmanian devil.
Zombie?
No zombie. I was torn apart by a zombie on Supernatural. How else did I die? I was ice picked to death by not one, not two, but three comedy legends in Psych. Yeah, it's like I go, how do I die in this one? All right, I'll take the gig. It's like shot, boring. I've been vaporized by aliens. I was cut in half by Duncan MacLeod on Highlander. It was awesome. Clicky Sharpies are the best.
Getting strangled by a zombie.
I have been strangled by a zombie. Every now and then I do something really weird and I live. It's awesome. Yes. What was it? It was actually, why do I know this? It was called Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was basically just the opening teaser, and they cut most of the dialogue out. But if you're paying attention, you look, I'm sitting there in my little lazy boy, all rednecked out, and they pan across from my feet, they're looking up, and there's a huge hole in the crotch of my pants. One of the few days I didn't go commando. Didn't hurt Sharon Stone's career, did it? Okay, yes. I'm going with weapons. Have you noticed that? Here's a good way to draw attention to yourself. Hold a giant weapon in the air.
How do you get into voice acting?
How do I get into voice acting? Jeez, there's the million-dollar question. It is not easy. It is not something you stumble into. It depends where you're. Down here, it tends to be more based upon either doing anime dubs, which would be out of Dallas, which is mostly Funimation now, I guess. And they hold open auditions all the time. LA, Vancouver where I am, it's a different kind of a scene. But the first thing you have to do is be a voice actor. You can't just show up and go, okay, I'm ready to work. Where do I line up? You need to be an actor first and foremost. I went to theater school for 4 years. I studied my Ibsen, my Shakespeare, my Molière. I knew them all. I was going to tread the balls and bring majesty to the world. So then I was unemployed. I have also done voices my whole life. I'm there for a living what I used to get kicked out of school for. I love my job. It's awesome. Nobody's ever going to pay you money to hear those silly little voices of yours, mister. Now they pay me a lot. But, in all seriousness, you need to be an actor first, foremost, because you're not creating voices, you are creating characters. Anybody can, I meet a lot of people that can do voices. It's like I do 4,321 voices, and I'm like going, that's awesome. So can I work as a voice actor? I don't know, can you act? It's not the same as being able to manipulate. Now that obviously is an asset. There are people that work as voice actors who do not do 4,321 different voices. They do one voice, but they're really strong actors. That tends to be more in anime. Pursue the dream. Play. That's one of the most important things. Is like you have to be able to have so much fun doing it. Even if you're playing Satan, ripping the heads off of baby puppies and using them as periscopes and staring through. Doesn't matter. You got to bring joy to that somehow. And the more fun you have playing, it is called a play after all, the more fun you will have working. It's impossible to short form that answer or the answer to that question, but if you got a dream, pursue it. Practice, practice, practice. Do stuff. I was programmed into being a voice actor long before I even thought it was something that I could do for a living, just because I'm that weird. They were like, he's such a strange little boy. He's always speaking in tongues. So it was pretty much no choice in becoming a voice actor for me. I got into the industry when it was no industry in Vancouver, so I was very lucky. I stumbled into it by meeting, the right person, the right time, saying the right thing in the right way. Next thing you know, bam, 65 episodes of New Adventures of He-Man, and off we went. Now I've done probably well over 12,000, 13,000 episodes of various cartoons. I've had a really awesome career. And now I'm a pony! Damn it! It's funny, all those other shows that used to be for little girls, like I'm going, hey, I work on Strawberry Shortcake. They're like, yeah. Grumpy Bear on Kerosene, yeah, whatever. You're on ponies! Bro hoof. What? Bro hoof. First time somebody bro hoofed me, I went, did I just bro hoof? Did I just bro, is there a cure for that? Ponies is fun. Okay, I'm getting the look. I have to start acting faster. See, not only will weapons work, but sometimes holding up a small stuffed animal will also work. Speaking of ponies, because it gives me the segue. Hi, Mo.
You did 2 episodes that involved Africa. So this gets me wondering, do you think you will put squeaky cheese on maybe an apple flavored something? Maybe some apple cider, mix it in with an apple fritter?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say, would you put spray cheese like on Ashley Ball, who plays Applejack? Oddly enough, that's not the first time that thought has occurred to me. That sounded awful. But I do love her. She's incredibly tough. You know what? Spray cheese on anything apple would actually be really good. You know, cheddar and apple. Have it on pie. What kind of pie you having? I'm having apple pie. You like a little cheddar on the side? Hell yeah. Cheese and pie. Cheese and apple. Any non-food related questions? Yes, a large staff being, and I'm getting this too. Yes. Because it was like...
Make sure there was no other stuff. What was the weirdest encounter that you had with a fan? And I mean, weird, especially for you.
Yeah, it's like, there's weird and then there's Scott weird. Oh God, I've had a lot of weird ones, and they're mostly weird and wonderful. There was one, and I've probably told this story before. There are occasions, and I have noticed a change in the climate lately, but a few years back, there was a certain attitude that you would sometimes get in parts of the Deep South that involved dental hygiene, wherein it was considered more of an option than a rule. So I would meet these wonderful, funny, gifted, bright, intelligent, beautiful, you know, and then people would open their mouth, you're like, what is that in your mouth? So I'm doing a con, I was hanging around, I was with a bunch of people, we were signing and doing whatever I was doing at a con. This gal ran up out of the crowd and licked my face. Which is in and of itself, all right. But she lingered. There was an aroma. And I'm like, oh, that's okay, that's okay. You know, I need to get to the bathroom just because, yeah, I get this like, sweet Jesus, get it off! File in the side. I'm going, for like 3 days, I'm going, how do you get away from your own face? I hope she's not in the room right now. Because one of these days I will tell that story and somebody will go, fuck. Just hear a little, I'm sorry. Look, I got caps. So that would be probably one of the weirder ones. Yes?
What is the largest number of characters that you've ever done for a single show?
For a single show? You're talking like a single episode?
For a single show in general.
You know, I mean, DBZ, you know, it was Piccolo, Jace, Burr, Karoni, Majin Buu, Old Kai, South Kai, Dr. Brief, Android, whatever, about Farmer and Field. But, and then if you also factor in the, you know, every single episode has, you know, Villager 27A, Man in Blue Shirt. I mean, I probably have played hundreds and hundreds of characters over the years in DBZ alone. But most of them are pretty, you know, we just refer to them as incidentals or inkadinkles. In Prelay, I did a show a long time ago called Bucky O'Hare and the Toad Wars. Every now and then somebody remembers that one. It was an awesome show, and I played 12 characters in that one. That was a single episode of Prelay. That was my, like, cha-ching day, cha-ching, ching, 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 ching. Squirrel. Yes?
Out of all the characters that you've played...
Blue.
Out of all the characters that you've played, which is your favorite to do voice of?
I love them all like they is my children. Because they is all manifestations of my fractured psyche, isn't they?
Oh, that's so hard to say. You know, I've done ones that were cool just because, you know, like, you know, playing Wolverine, it's like, ka-chang. Don't make me get up, you know. That was just a cool gig. As far as just fun and weirdness, I do a show now, or actually just finished it, called League of Super Evil. Have you watched it?
I will not be denied.
And I'm working with my friends Lee Tokar and Colin on that, and it's comedy, like that show just for fun. Very much time is spent, like, literally going, we can't record because 3 of you are on the ground rolling. Like, can't, like, you're literally where you're going, this hurts. I need to stop laughing. I need to stop having this much fun. Beast Wars is a bit like that, too. Cool gigs. You know what I get a real kick out of, and I'm proud of this? There's a sequel to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah, called Rudolph and the Island of Misfit Toys. Now, the original Rudolph is one of my all-time favorite Christmas specials.
I'm independent. Not if you don't mind my being a dentist.
Did I ever tell you about Bumbles?
almost bounce. So I got to play Foghorn and Hermie and Coach Comet. Rudolph doesn't. You know who everybody wanted to be, of course, was nobody wants the Charlie in the box. But I watched it and I've listened to voice comparisons between the original actor, and I went, I can't tell the difference. I don't often think I'm that, but I'm going, I hit those ones good. And I'm going, I played Hermie the Elf, the dentist. Figured that one out as an adult. So that's why Hermie was a misfit. He was a little different. Dentist is a metaphor. What? Hermie was gay as hell.
Not if you don't mind my being a dentist.
Uh-huh. That suddenly hit me one day. I went, oh my God. Woo. Next thing, it's going to be Bert and Ernie. Pardon me?
My childhood just took on a new meaning.
Yeah. So did mine, especially when I'm playing the character. I'm like, oh geez. Okay. There's a pink thing that looks a little bit like a pink thing that could be a skateboard or something else.
It's the hoverboard from Back to the Future.
I knew that. I partied with Michael J. Fox once. What?
Do you want the noise before the question or after?
Do I want the noise before the question or after? You can ask the question as you're walking up here, and then you have to do the noise on mic.
Okay, so everybody's got that favorite book that they can't put down. They'll walk into bookstores and they can get the urge to buy it. even though they haven't
Walk into bookstores.
Yes, what is your favorite book that gives you that feeling?
Anything by Terry Pratchett. I own everything, have read everything at least probably 20 times that he's written. I will guarantee you right now, if I hadn't left it sitting beside my bed, I have Terry Pratchett's Man-at-Arms in there. I am a fanatic. If I could ever, I would fanboy on his ass in ways that he would be like, this young man is humping my leg. Why is he doing that? I think he likes your work, sir. All right. You gotta listen to this. This is the coolest noise ever. I wouldn't know where to put the mic because I honestly don't know where the sound comes from. Although I have suspicions.
I'm not entirely sure what this will do to it, so...
Put the mic right there. It's a mating call! Thank you. Oh yeah. I think you heard that, didn't you? That's like, I'm going, where does that come out of a human body?
Thank you, Scott.
Maybe that's what the belly button is. It's actually a little squeaker. That's my suspicion. Yes, sir.
Favorite DBZ episode you ever recorded?
The one that went, ah!
The one that you had?
Yeah. The last one I did, that I just got paid for. Because there was I worked on that show for 10 years, and we had no idea what was going on. I never do an anime. We don't see the show. We don't get the full script. We go in and go, ah! for hours and go, what is wrong with these people? And why are they all named after, like, kitchen appliances? Japanese shows, I realize that when they're coming up to name characters, they just look at something in the house and go, all right, underwear drawer. We've got trunks and Dr. Brief. And it's like, I opened up the fridge. It was every musical instrument. I'm like, Gundam Wing, it was all numbers. Took me a while to figure that one out because I was smart. SMRT smart. Yes?
Have you ever passed out while doing one of the jokes?
You know I have. You wouldn't have asked that question if you did. Yes, I have passed out doing
Can you do
DBZ.
special being canon?
Without passing out?
Well, can you do it now?
Would you like it with or without pass out? All right.
Pass out. Oh, Jesus. Over here.
Nice out.
One second.
Every camera that
Special Beam Cannon!
Honestly, it always does make me a little dizzy. I've done a bit where I just like scream for like 7 minutes straight, and sometimes at the end of that, it's like the world suddenly goes, I see a Mickey. Hi. Oh God. There's sugar involved.
It's a
Have you ever noticed, like, every convention in the world, there are stormtroopers? Zombie survival kit.
No, it's not. It's survival.
Scott's survival kit. Thank you. Oh, you didn't put air holes in. Oh.
That's a puppy.
Yeah. Yeah, we can probably trade him for a live one. Good. That's always, yeah, air holes. Those are important.
I was in a rush.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is gonna happen. There is a thing in my life that occurred before spray cheese, and it was a Texas thing. There is a Twinkie in Dallas, Texas that I have signed for 5 years running. Same Twinkie. They get me to sign it every year. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Twinkies will outlive Twinkies and cockroaches. And if you think about it, they're probably going to interbreed. Then what you're going to get is sentient Twinkies in the sort of dystopian post-apocalyptic world. But having said that, I've never actually had a Twinkie.
With Reggie.
I'm not even actually sure what a Twinkie is.
Actually, they stopped making them. They just brought them back.
Yeah, they just brought them back.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
So this is like Twinkie 2.0.
Yep. That's the updated. It won't kill you.
You don't know that! Maybe nobody was killed by the old Twinkies.
Cheese infused, like people are fleeing right now. They're running from the horror. Warn people on the outside. Close the doors, don't let, with some pop rocks on top. If anybody's ever going to ask me what's the weirdest thing I've ever eaten, this may be it. Give me strength.
Yes, he is. Oh, God. This is going to give you diabetes. I
How do you think it tastes? It's like doing commercials. It's delicious. It tastes like ass. That was actually pretty gross, but thank you. I now have an answer when people go, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Wow, I need a stunt double. Thank you so much for this. Later on, we're all going to have some pop noodle. Oh, Fanta. Sugar. Hang on. Does anybody have any questions while I'm playing with my toys? Yes, okay. Fuzzy striped pink tail hat thing.
I have a Piccolo question.
I am not a cucumber.
Yes, you are.
2 years ago in a Dragonball Z battle, someone asked you to sing Barbie Girl.
I remember.
And I have kept you every year hence.
Somebody give him a pink skirt.
My usual response would be, you know what? Look it up on YouTube. I did that act. I'm a Barbie girl. Living in a Barbie world.
Do it. Oh, come on.
Pull it out, then push it in. Get out, put it back in.
I love that everybody
Everybody in here knows how this shit works. Sorry, that was the pop rocks talking.
That was a little wet.
Yeah, you might want to check your...
That's a Wolverine thing.
Yeah. Okay, clearly I've told every story I must tell. Flashlight, sorry. You thought it first. There we go. Oh, that feels better. You know what? Farts will always be funny. Thank you so much for this. And I'll put a little spray cheese on there, some pop rocks.
No, don't do that. No, that's not for you.
Oh, that was going to be a good one too. That's going to show up later. Better out than in, that's what I say. Okay, you know what? I have to put this away. Hello, questions? Yes, yes, lovely questions from you lovely people. Go to there and then I'll come back to you. And yes. Yeah.
If you were
Thank
a
you.
pony, what would be your special talent?
If I was what?
A pony.
What would be my talent?
Yeah, like your special talent, like for your cutie marks.
X-ray vision. It's always going to be X-ray vision. No matter what show, no matter what world, X-ray vision, dude. There's the girls' change room. Farts are always funny. Stop it. Stop it. It's not food. Okay. Yes. Sorry about the pointing and stuff.
I don't know if you remember this far back.
No!
What was your favorite episode of Double Dragon?
Double Dragon. Wow. TJ's getting all smug over there going, I brought you an action figure. Oh, that was a good one. You know what? I like the earlier ones because we were trying to figure it all out when I was still like Shadow Master or Storm, whatever his name, Pickle was. It was cool. Other than that, it was like work. It's like we go in, you know, like Prelay series, you know, it probably takes us 2 hours to record an episode, and we're like, oh, okay. You know, we're discovering it as we go. So it's unless I've actually seen the show, which I never watch my own stuff, I can't really say that I got favorite episodes. Sometimes cool stuff happens though, and then you get flubber fart in your head. Okay. Yes.
When you first started acting, how did your family react?
Like any sane family would. Like, dear God, get something else in your life to fall back on. No, nobody is gonna. My family was actually really supportive. You know, when I went through theater school, they kind of went, you know, that's your college, so we'll put you on through. You know, and then eventually you'll grow up and get a real job. Now they think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Although they still think I'm an idiot. So, he goes out to conventions, he signs boobies, and he makes voices for a living. Well, that was a good one. So my family is actually really awesome and really cool. You know, when you kind of need that, it's not an easy profession to go into, and most people will talk you out of it, and everybody does try. But, you know, the more they try to talk you out of it, maybe you've got to figure out that that is exactly what you got to... I do it because I have no other applicable life skills, too. Honestly, I couldn't hold a real job. I'd spend too much time locked up in a small padded room screaming, oh wait, that's what I do for a living! Yes! Hmm? Yeah, everyone's going, me? And I'm like, yeah, it's like, somebody start talking!
Have you ever had a situation where you're voice acting multiple characters in one show and they've had to have a conversation or argument with each other?
Have you ever seen Beast Wars? Insolent vermin. Perhaps you'd like me to take you out the old-fashioned way. Brutally! You would like to see you try it, that dino boob. Or should I say, listen, oh boy, we're all gonna die. It's been we don't want to see fighting anymore. There's world's been a headache in his whole body. All right, citizens. It's basically what it's like inside my head all the time. This is what I do for a living. I get to take the voices from the inside and put them on the outside. It's not everyone does it, and not everybody records that way. Sometimes they will do one pass of one character. I prefer just letting it rip, because it's quicker, and it's weirder, and I have a thing that makes fart noises. All right, I'm getting the look. My friend America. So we're going to do what I like to call lightning round. The hands that are up in the air right now, all of those questions will be answered, but they will be super fast questions and super fast answers starting here.
What's
Go.
the meaning of life?
Too late, 42. Yes.
If you're point, let me a cutie mark.
No, we actually didn't. It'd actually be a gang tattoo, but on the back. It'd be Compton Pony. Yes. Yes. Well, either of you, and then we'll get both.
If you could do a live action Captain Harlock, would you?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Harlock is actually pretty damn cool.
I know.
I'd be willing, I mean, he's a space pirate captain. Hello, and directly behind you, yes.
If you would battle, do you want to battle 100 duck-sized horses or one duck-sized? Screw that up.
100 duck-sized horses.
One horse-sized duck.
You're weirder than I am. Doesn't matter, I've got the 12-gauge crowbar. As long as they're zombified, I'll take their asses out. Yes.
Do you remember the Ruby Spears Mega Man?
Yeah.
Could you say Mega Proto is canon?
Mega Proto. Mega what?
Mega Proto is canon.
Oh no.
Is canon?
Don't say it.
My friend could have paid me $5.
It's all part of Dr. Wily's evil plan to take over the world. Yeah, nice try, Doc. I'd like to see you do it. Mega Proto Cannon thingy.
Remember the word. Yes, and in front you, because there's like 4 times I've pointed in, we keep thinking.
I will make you this promise. I will be the god of death once again. But right now, I need some cheese.
Oh, dude, I've played some creepy characters. Ones I can't even, it's like, if you've ever seen hentai, I was the voice of the tentacle. A little character that went a little something like, I'll take that before. That's, I have done some weird ones, but, yes.
Can you yell Kagome and Inuyasha?
Yes! Do it!
Here's a little thought on that. If you subscribe to the tenets of the American and the British Kennel Club and the proper terminology for all things in the canine world, and that is a very canine universe, there is no reason in the world that I cannot, by law, on national public television, say, Kagome, you will be my bitch. Yes. I'm just, if the hands are up, I'm going to keep knocking them down. Start Matthew.
Next year, Transformers 30th anniversary. They're doing a new Waspinator from Beast Wars.
I really want them to bring me in to play that. And not Tom Kenny this time.
Waspinator knowing to live in pineapple under the sea.
Mind you, if you're going to be replaced on a show by somebody, Tom Kenny's a pretty awesome one to do it by. But I'd love to do it again. Man, I would love to do that one again. Yes.
Who would win, Wolverine or Piccolo?
Listen to their voices. They're the same one. Depends. You give him a Ryan Coke, Wolverine will kick his ass. Yes. This isn't actually a hat. This is this weird fungal outgrowth of my actual skull. Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Yes, I do. Like, I wear like baseball caps, and I got like a Cockney cap. I will admit, I wear this most of the time now. Because it's pretty much so dirty, it's kind of fused into my hair. It's tough to get it off. And no, I'm not bald. Yes?
When X-Men came out in theaters and so forth, the Wolverine coming out, I gotta know, are you planning on going to the theater and goes, that's me? Like, seriously.
No. It was weird when they were shooting. I mean, the first, I guess, 2 or 3 they shot in Vancouver where I live. I thought, this would be fun to get, like, I'm the waiter. Here's your order, sir, Mr. Logan. But, for people, they go, oh my God, they wouldn't touch us. They would not let anybody from the show audition, be involved in it in any way, shape, or form. They just didn't want cross-contamination. And they also knew that I would have made a way better Wolverine than Hugh frickin' Jackman. They wanted to cast an Australian. Well, hey, I'm Australian. Wolverine's Canadian. Hey, look at that, I'm Canadian too. Wolverine's short and stocky, I'm short and stocky. He smokes, I smoke. I ride a bike, he rides a bike. Plus, I sound just like the guy in the cartoons. Next question. Yes? What video games have I been in recently? Dead Rising 2, that was a while ago. I just finished, I'm doing a bunch of work right now on Lord of the Rings Online, D&D Online. What's the other one? League of Legends.
Not Deadpool.
What?
Oh, God, no.
I don't think so. A bunch, actually, I can never remember. Okay, I see one more hand. How many hands? We've got 2 more hands, 3 more hands. And, oh, you snuck that in. All right, this is gonna be fast, go! Wasabi doesn't speak, that's the beauty of it. That was the to be or not to be speech from Hamlet, by the way. Here's a secret about Shakespeare. If you want to impress girls, all you gotta do is learn the first 4 lines of all the major monologues. Nobody cares after that. I learned that in theater school. Yes? My favorite voice? Yeah, the one I get paid for. Although I like the weird ones, I honestly do. I like, when stuff comes out of me, people go, that's you. Those are the ones that I'm the most proud of. When people come and go, oh my God, I recognize your voice and everything, it's like, The greatest compliment I ever got was from a recording engineer that I've worked with for years, and it was a show I did 1,000 years ago called King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. Hey, you're going off Dante style. You did not. Really? I played like 8 of the characters on that, and he went, you know what, Scott? He goes, you're the only guy that, yeah, every now and then I have to look up and see who it is. I went, that's cool. Okay, and this looks like it's gonna be the closing question, the final round, make it a good one. Okay, almost the last question. I did a bunch. The one I remember is Hecarim, which I thought was cool because I was working on ponies at the time, and he's this giant centaur, and he's trotting around like, friendship is magic. The guys that recorded, they didn't get the joke. I'm like, are you kidding? This is funny. And the very last question.
Hi. Are you, in 2010, you did a panel here with
Cheese?
Richard, that too, and Kirby for the Inuyasha panel. Do you think there'll ever be another panel like that?
That was the one where Richard came up with the whole, save the gay sharks one. Was that it?
I didn't see that.
There will never be another thing like anything with Richard. He's never repeated himself twice in his life. He's the most creative man I've ever met in my life, and anyway. I don't know.
You should.
Yeah.
And we have a present for you.
It's a thing.
It'll go with the AIDS.
Squishable. Zoe. What? Oh, it's a what? It's a cracked egg. This is representing my psyche. Thank you. And with that fuzzy and cuddly, it's squishable too.
It is squishable.
Probably good with spray cheese. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming. Give yourselves a big old hand.